Welcome to A Few Days of My Life weekend edition. We're going to try to weekend vlog this week. I usually really stink at that, so apologies in advance. Actually, it won't be apologies because if I do what I have done many times, which is film an intro and then completely abandon the weekend vlog, you will never see it. But I cannot tell you how many times that has happened. But this week we're not having it. This weekend we're gonna hang out and have some fun. So let's do that. Today is Friday, May 2nd. Is it May 2nd? That's wild. And it's been a week. We have been testing this week, which is no fun for anybody. I've been on hallway duty, which is interesting. I've never done this before. Usually I'm proctoring, so I'm like in the room with the kids and the like examiners like in charge, and I'm like the proctor, so I'm just like there. So hallway duty is interesting. I have a radio and I have to like walk up and down the hallways and, you know, make sure everything is good and help with technology issues and call people on the radio if we need them and stuff like that. So it's honestly much more entertaining. Not mad about it. But that's what I've been up to this morning, and then we've had like a whole weird schedule because of that. And yeah, so now I'm home and it is a beautiful day outside, which is unfortunate because all I want to do is go drink some iced coffee and sit in the grass, but I really need to vacuum. I really need to clean in general, but I think I could get away with like just vacuuming maybe. So we'll see how that goes. I will take Nyla on a walk, so that'll be nice. And then after that, I will vacuum at least half the house because we desperately need it. Tonight's agenda, I am thinking I would like to finish getting some bundles up, which has been my project for the last 2 weeks. And it's like the last thing on my to-do list for this week that I have not gotten done. I have been nailing it this week. Let me show you. So at the beginning of the week, if you've never seen the way I plan, I do a like preview page. So in my bullet journal, I write down like my goals for the month, and then I break that down into each week. Then at the beginning of each week, I look through what I said I was going to do that month, what I said I was going to do that week, and I figure out a game plan for the week, as well as I put like events. So down here I put events. So I had like choir on Monday, testing tomorrow, we have a thing. Whoever's teaching children's church, I always put that on there. My most important 3 things to remember. This is usually like something big. So this week I was supposed to have jury duty. I never actually had jury duty, so that was good that I didn't have to go. But yeah, so that was my thing this week. And then usually this is business stuff, and then this is non-business stuff. And I do like, what do I say? Like important things on one side, or like housekeeping things on one side, and then like fun things on the other side. So like groceries, cut my hair, vacuum, do the children's church lesson for Sunday. Then on this side, it's like do my May bullet journal, spin, take a walk. Yeah, so as you can see from the check marks, I have crushed it. The only things I haven't done is I have not finished the bundles, and then I need to vacuum, and then I did not paint or do my bullet journal yet. But overall, this is really good. Usually if I can get like this is the week before. You know, if I can get like half of it done, I'm usually doing pretty well. So that is exciting. And so I look at that every day, and that's how I make my to-do list for the day. And I go through and like check things off each day. So I'll, like this morning, I like went through and checked off things I had already done, looked at everything else, and that's how I came up with my to-do list for today. And that's really helpful just to make sure that I'm keeping on track with everything. So anyway, the whole point of that was the bundles are the last thing on my list. So I would like to do it. I don't normally work on the business on Friday nights, but I might do that today. I don't think it would take too long. So we'll see how I'm feeling. I usually do take a bath on Friday nights though, so I will probably do that. And I think I'm making chicken tacos. I will verify that with husband. And then tomorrow I'm going to a tea party. My church does a Mother's Day tea every year, and so it's tomorrow, and my mother's not going to be there though. She is out of town seeing my brother actually, which is great. So that is totally fine by me. I'm going to the tea. and I'll go hang out with my friends and it'll be fun and I get to dress up all pretty and I love that. I don't have any plans for Saturday evening, and if we're still hanging out on Sunday, I don't have to teach church on Sunday, so that's very exciting. Yeah, so in this vlog we're gonna hang out, we're gonna do some stuff, maybe a little bit of business stuff. I need to do my Mage bullet journal is one of my big things. I'm hoping I can do that tomorrow, and we're gonna go to a tea party and we're gonna hang out and have some fun. So that's my master plan. Hopefully you're here and along for that. And yeah. How do you feel about a walk, Nigel? She gave me licks, so I assume that's a yes. Okay, walks. Vacuum. Not sitting outside drinking coffee. Maybe tomorrow. I was going to show you books. Sorry. But I say sorry like you aren't here for the video. Anyway, so since I'm in the hallway, the nice thing about being in the hallway is I can actually read a book. So I have been reading. Today I read almost all of this book, A Tale of Three Kings. And it goes through King Saul, King David, and King Absalom. I'm on like, let's see, page 77 out of 110. So we should be done with that pretty soon. It's interesting, not particularly actionable. It's a quick read, so it's fine. I am finishing up the third book in the Fourth Wing series, the Empyrean series, whatever we call that, Onyx Storm, for the second time. So that I will be working on later, but it's a really thick book, so I did not want to carry it on the hallway because I've been walking as I read. Yes, I do that. And then I was actually, yesterday I had it on my list. I was going to order a new paperback for next week. So I figure I'm going to finish this book soon. So I wanted to have something for next week. And I did not get around to it. And then this morning, the art teacher was like, oh, I brought you a book to read. So apparently there's another Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants book. What? It said it came out in like 2000, was it 2009 or 2011? I think it was 2011 that it said it came out. But it's supposed to be 10 years after the other ones. So I'm very interested in seeing how that goes. And I read the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants books like, I was going to say probably like 10 years ago, but it was longer than 10 years ago. It's been a while. So this will be fun to go through. Hopefully I still like it. We shall find out. Yeah. I also have a book on Kindle. I have books everywhere. So finishing these up, and that's the story. Okay, now let's go take a walk. The other day, I picked up all the toys, put them in here, and Nyla promptly flipped it all the way upside down. And so they're just everywhere. Let's clean those up and vacuum. You literally just came inside like 2 minutes ago. You're fine. No, this dog is something else. Hello, happy Sunday. Just got home from church. It's late. It's 4:45. So quite late. We waited a very long time because some people in our bench group wanted Texas Roadhouse and they were quite busy and not in a hurry. So we are home quite late. We did stop by Belk and picked up a new dress. I should have brought it upstairs, but I forgot. So I will show that to you later or tomorrow. And then we stopped in TJ Maxx, just got some dog toys because I felt like Nyla needed some new toys. So that's where we are. Yesterday after I left you, just kind of hung out, read my book, did some work on the bullet journal, went and sat downstairs, sat on the couch, watched FBI International with husband, and continued working on the bullet journal, and then took a hot tub, dipped in the hot tub, and read a book and went to bed and just kind of hung out and chilled out, and that was very, very nice. So here's what we've got so far. Very springy. So this page, I need to add the titles. I left the markers I needed upstairs, but so what I typically do is cover page, which is completely unnecessary. My main focus, so that's usually typically there's like 4 to 6 things on there, in different things. So there will be like a business focus, like a health focus, stuff like that. Here we'll do calendar, and I'll split each week, and each week we'll have like different things I need to do for that week. And then we'll do reflection, and then this page is for pictures because I have been adding lots of pictures. I actually went through the other day, and last Sunday, I just went through and like did all of the ones. So like here's January, I added pictures from cabin trips, and then February we went and saw the ballet, went to 2 candlelight concerts, so some pictures of that. This is the one I printed out a picture of some of my students. I just want to make sure I cover that up. But March we went and saw the opera Macbeth. It was Mardi Gras. Went to Swan Lake with my mom, and then we went hiking with the dog, and then I'm covering up picture of my last concert with my choir and our Mardi Gras parade at school. And then April this side's like all Disney, so we went to Disney. It was Flower and Garden, we went to Epcot, and then this is our Easter picture. I think that actually turned out really good. I hit my 100 Pure Barre classes, and then Mom and I went to this garden tour thing. So I pasted that in here, even though it's really big, mostly because she donated the raffle item. Yeah, she donated a quilt for the raffle, and so her name's in it, so I want to make sure that was in there. And I also want to make sure you could see the map that had all of the places we stopped. And then there's 2, this is from the garden tour, and this is, we went to the Savannah Bananas game. Now let's make herself known. So I thought I would leave a space for memory keeping and pictures and stuff like that, since this will be a busy month with the tea. Next weekend is Mother's Day. We're going to the beach, and then whatever my mom wants to do on Sunday. And then the next weekend, I think his dad's going camping. I think we're going to go hike for the day. And then the next weekend, it's Memorial Day? I don't know. There's a lot going on. So that's what we've been up to. I don't really know what the plan is for today. Basically, if he has things to do, I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to fill these things out, and I fill out the bullet journal and start a new painting. And if he doesn't have things to do, then I'll probably sit downstairs and fill out the bullet journal on the couch, and then maybe do like an oil pastel or something like that. The painting I want to do is going to be acrylic, so I have to be in here because that's where all my stuff is. So, and it's going to be messy, and it needs to be big because I have a plan. So I don't know. We shall see momentarily. But this morning he did not have worship, which meant we did not have to go to band practice early, and then I did not have to teach children's church. I just had to go and like get the craft printed out and make sure everything was ready to go. But it was really nice to we still got there early, but we didn't get there, you know, an hour and a half early. We just got there like 45 minutes early, and like it was just really nice to have like a bit of a chill Sunday morning. I was like, is this how normal people feel? He was like, yeah, I think so. So that was nice. I'm gonna go give Nyla her toy, and then we'll see what goes on. Oh, and I'm wearing my cute little purple dress. I've had this for like years, and it was tight, and then it got tighter, and I thought that it was too small, and then I put it on this morning, and I was like, oh, I guess it fits. So that was a nice surprise. And then just really big obnoxious earrings because I love these. And then I actually have blue shoes on. Oh, these are from Amazon. They're not the highest of quality, but they are very comfy, so I do like them. I've had them for like a year. I'll link the shoes below. This is old. I will check on the earrings. We shall find out. And I will show you that dress, but not right now. Hello, happy Monday. We only have 2 more Mondays left in the school year. So this week is testing. Next week is field day all week because we do like each grade level gets a half a day, which means that I have to be outside all day. And then we have like 3 days with kids and 2 days without. So we are in the home stretch. Today was the longest day of testing, the day where they have like the reading passages and the writing passages, and it takes forever, and we started really late, so it was a lot, but it was okay. Did pretty well. Well, I have no idea how the kids did. I am the hallway guard, so I did that. I read a book, which I will talk about a little bit later. After school, I ran to Kroger. I picked up my groceries because I always do Kroger pickup because it saves so much time. If you haven't done Kroger pickup, I thought everyone was doing this. If you haven't done Kroger pickup, you need to do our Walmart pickup or whatever. Now, I have had some bad experiences with our Walmart pickup, so if you live in Savannah, I wouldn't recommend that. But Kroger pickup is always great, and it saves me like an hour every week, so I am here for it. I did actually have to go in, though, because I didn't realize that I was... Please hold. I could hear Nyla scratching at something. I think she was looking for a lizard. Yeah, you can't scratch things still. Yeah. Okay. So I had to go in because this morning I went to make a coffee before testing, and I was at a Coffee Pods, and I was like, I forgot to get Coffee Pods, and that is not something we can live with. So I went into the store and got Coffee Pods, and then since I was going in, I went ahead and grabbed some tulips for my madre. I have a book for her, but I just thought it would be nice to have like, you know, something else in addition to that. Just looks a little better. The book I have, it's like a, I think I got it like TJ Maxx or something a long time ago. But it's like a bird watching book, so it has like lots of birds in there. She's really into bird watching. She loves sitting at her table and looking at birds, so she will appreciate that. I just want to get her a little something extra. And I love tulips. When we lived in Iowa as a kid, my parents were pastors, and we lived in the parsonage, so like the house right next to the church owned, and we planted tulips all in the beds, and it was like, I think it was the first year that we moved there, and so we had come from like Georgia, and my parents are from California, so like we had all this snow, and it was just like the first, you know, those flowers springing up after the snow, which is not something any of us were used to, so that was cool. Anyway, so she's getting that. That was a lot. I have some packages. Let me show you what I got. Not anything too exciting. These are Amazon, but I just got a couple of things the other day because I was like, I just need them. Okay, so this one first off, is watercolor colored pencils. I'm not, Faber-Castell sometimes does well and sometimes doesn't. So we'll see how the quality is. But I got these because I was watching like a video that was like watercolor tips. And someone was like, oh, if you use watercolor pencils, it dissolves with the water and blends in if it's the same color. So you don't have pencil lines. And I was like, brilliant. So I got those, and just in general, it seems like a fun thing to try. Summer is a-comin', so I'm getting close there. Now the reason I ordered is because I needed this double-sided tape. These are bigger than my old ones, but it's okay. And I have 6 because it was like $15 for 6 of them, or like $12 for 2, and I was like, okay. Well, I will use all of this. I use it in my like journals all the time, and so I will definitely use it. It's just a little excessive, the amount. So the good thing is though, that means I can put like one everywhere. So one upstairs, one downstairs, one by the couch, and it'll be good. Or, you know, 2 everywhere. And then there should be pens. Okay. That's odd. I ordered 2 sets of these. I wonder why they're sending them separately. Yeah, I hope I ordered 2. I need to double check, make sure I ordered 2. So I tried to order 2 sets of Papermate Flair pens. I avoided these for a long time because they're like the classic teacher thing, and I was like, but I actually do really like them. So I have a set at school and a set in my bag, and a set. I was gonna set it, yeah. I have half a set at school, so I needed a set for school, and then I want a set for home. That's what I need. I needed 2. I got 2. I've been using them. The reason I wanted them in every area is because I've been using them in my planner to plan out, like color coordinate what we're doing. So like purple is personal, and pink is your stuff, and blue is Becca's music room. And I didn't have any by my couch in my office, and I was like, I can't write my to-do list. I don't have that. So soon we will have plenty. I don't know why it only sent me 1. I ordered 2, so we shall see. And then the other 2 more things. This is glue pens. I heard people say they were great for small pieces. They were like $8 for the 3. So we're gonna try them out. And then these are my favorite brush pens. I use them for brush lettering. I use them for coloring. I love them. They're my favorite. Sign Pen Twin Brush Pencil. Love, love, love. So I have a set in my office, and I wanted an extra set that I can move around. Ugh, they're just so beautiful. I love these. They're dual tip, but they're brush tip on both sides. So there's like a bigger brush tip, but smaller than the Tombows, if you're familiar with the Tombows, because those are like a little bit too big. And then like a small, and I use that small side like all the time. It's probably what I use the majority of the time. And there's so many colors that you have like everything you need. Ugh. Love, love, love. So that's fun. Fun little happy mail to get me to the end of the school year. Maybe I only bought 1 thinking, hey, I only have 3 weeks of school left. Maybe I don't need a new set for school. That I might have, I should check, but I might have only bought 1. Let's see. Anyway, and then I teased you yesterday saying that I got a new dress, so I thought I would show it to you. I should probably try it on, but we're strapped for time. So this is the dress I got. It's cute. It's not the most amazing dress ever in my whole entire life, but it's cute and I like it, and it was $40. So here we are. It's like a pink background with like flowers on it, and I needed something for May Day, and I wanted sleeves, I wanted loose, I wanted midi length. This one goes almost to my ankles, but not quite to my ankles. And then like bonus points if it ties in the middle, bonus points for pockets, and we checked all of those off. This is from the Crown and Ivy brand, and yeah, so that was a success. I just I'd just been going like back and forth on what I was going to wear to this field trip because I was like, it's going to be hot. It needs to be something lightweight and it needs to be something that I'm not going to be hot in, but also I need sleeves. And that was one of the biggest thing, is that most of my dresses are sleeveless, which is something I have been trying to rectify, because if it's sleeveless I have to wear a sweater, and I was like, it's gonna be hot, I don't want to wear a sweater, it's gonna be outside, is this field trip where the kids are gonna be dancing around. I'm probably gonna be dancing around, because if we're like uneven, I'm gonna have to be, you know, the one to make it even. So all that to say, new dress, new stationery, we can make it through the next 3 weeks, right? Whew. I've been talking way too long, and I know that because I really need to get going. So right now it is Monday. Mondays are always like a whirlwind, especially when I have to go get groceries. And I can't come straight home because I have choir tonight. So Nyla and I are gonna go take a walk. We're gonna see if we can get that pace up real quick. And then I'm gonna heat up some food, eat some food, and then head to choir, and that's basically all we're doing today. However, I do need to clean the kitchen because it's a disaster. So that is the master plan, but I do want to make sure that she gets a walk, especially because we're going to be gone until late, and then we're going to come home and we're going to want to go to sleep, and she's going to be like, let's play. So try to get some of that energy down. So let's do that right now. What I did yesterday after we talked, basically nothing, but I did this little beauty. I really like it. I wish I added some like darker purple here because I was hoping it would blend into like a darker color, and it did, but I wish I had not added that dark purple, so it would have been a little bit lighter and less streaky. But overall, I really like it. It's cute. Little ballerina, looking at a painting of ballerina, little in your face. And other than that, finished the laundry, ordered groceries, sat on the couch. Oh, I also finished a coloring page, so you know, important stuff going on here. I'm gonna try the coffee flavored pod. I'm skeptical. Oh, that's actually nice. I added some vanilla syrup in it. Okay, we're good. Whipped cream. Oh, new thing. And I have some leftovers heating up, and I have like 20 minutes to eat if I get dressed very quickly. Cheers! Dishes are going, and kitchen is better. Not great, but better. That's going to school. These are cooling down, so you know, ignore that. But here we are. Whew, what a rush. Let's eat and head off. Wow, what a day. I have not hit my end of the year teacher tired until today. I was feeling like, wow, I can't believe it's almost the end of the school year. It doesn't even feel that crazy. And today, no longer. I got up a little late. I was doing so well. Like last week, I was like on time every single day. And then yesterday and today, I was like, I'm so tired. But I got up and I got my some of my emails written, not all of them, but most of them. Having a 3-day sale means that I have a lot more sales emails to write, so that's less than fun. But we'll see how it shakes out, and hopefully it'll, you know, bring in more money. We'll see. So got that done, and then I was like on track to leave early because we had a field trip today that I'm in charge of, so I needed to, like, you know, just make sure everything was sorted and figured out and everything. And then I walk outside and there is a big hole in our fence. So I kind of like shifted, we have like a wooden fence, and I shifted the slats around so you can't tell quite as much now. I guess I can show you a picture. Well, you can still see it somewhat, because then I accidentally broke one when I was trying to make it less obvious. Can you see? You cannot. Now can you see? You cannot. All right, I will show you a picture. So there's like a big old hole in our fence. Someone must have tried to break in last night. Like I don't even know. It's wild. But the thing is, we have cameras in the yard, and the cameras didn't pick it up. So they didn't come anywhere close to the house, because if they had come close to the house, then you would be able to, like, here's like a side view. If they had come within like 20 feet of the house, they would have been caught on the cameras. And those cameras pick up pretty much everything. Yeah, like here's from the outside what it looks like. So I ended up, taking all these pictures and like inspecting everything. And then I went and like looked from the outside and checked everything. And I checked all the windows and I checked all the doors, and like nothing is amiss. Nothing looks like it's been touched. Nothing on the porch has been touched. So I don't know. I was thinking maybe someone like ran into it with their car, but there's no skid marks on the ground on the other side. So I don't know if it was like an animal or if it was a person, or I don't know. But I ended up being late to school because I was trying to deal with this, and I'm texting our neighbor who's the HOA president, and like just trying to get everything sorted. So that was less than fun. And then the field trip ended up just being so chaotic. Just a variety of reasons. It was good. The kids had a great time. Lots of them were like, this was amazing. But it was just like, there were a lot of things that were just chaotic and didn't need to be chaotic. That was frustrating. And then I thought I had a sub for the whole day. So I was like, I just have to do the field trip, and then the sub's going to teach the rest of the class. I only put enough up for the half day, which is my fault. I should have put them in for a whole day. I was like, oh, I'm only going to be on half a day. It's fine. And so then I did have to teach classes. So that was great. I was like, draw a picture of the concert and be quiet, please. That's all I want. Because I'm just like at level 8,000 at the moment. And then I totally forgot I had an appointment after school. So I was like excited to come home and like chill and decompress. And then I had an appointment, and then it took an hour to get home because there were not one, not two, but three fender benders on the way home. The second one was like, that like stop and go traffic, just stop and go, stop and go. It's all red on the map. And then we get past the second one and it's just free flowing. And I was like, they're not even on the road. There was no reason for this. It was just very frustrating. So I don't know. I was like, all I want to do is go take a bath, drink a soda, and sit in silence. Like, that's all I want in life right now. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, he's gonna be home in like 10 minutes, which is fine. I'm like, why are you whining? So no, instead I need to take the trash out and figure out something for dinner and do all that less than fun stuff and figure out why my dog is whining. So that's fun. Many things I wanted to do today. I wanted to go through and, I was standing in front of her food that she didn't eat all day long, even though she was out and could have. I wanted to fill out the bullet journal together before this vlog ended. So I'll see if I can maybe do that tonight, but now I don't have time. So that's the story. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Here's my new dress that I shared in a haul like last week. You see? I love it. I got tons of compliments on it today. I've already worn it like 3 times. Lots of people complimented it, and it's like cotton, so it's like lightweight. It's double lined. It has pockets. It has a waist, which is a big thing, because a lot of dresses are just like flowy. Cut off and it was like battery exhausted. I'm like, yeah, me too. I think this color might have been sold out, but I will look and see if this one or a different color is available. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no plan. I don't know. That's how I feel right now. I don't know. I was like, I want to do nothing. Okay, I don't usually feel like this. This is very odd. Please stop whining. Why are you whining? People are like, why don't you have kids? Spend all day with kids. And then I come home to this monster. Girl. She's difficult enough. Okay. Let me go calm my butt down. Since I know you're worried about it. I calmed down, rationalized, took the trash out, text husband, see what his like plan was when he's getting home. Decided we're having buffalo chicken dip casserole for dinner because I already had it in the freezer, so all I have to do is stick it in the oven. And then I am going to take that time instead of cooking, because all it has to do is sit in the oven, and I'm gonna go read my book and spin on my bike because I know that's gonna make me feel so much better. My mind will be more clear and my body will be less stressed. So let's do that, and we can talk books a little later whenever we do our little journaling session. But I am reading that Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants book. I started a little bit. I finished 2 books yesterday actually, and so I started a little bit of that, and I will continue it. I said this actually in the vlog that went out today, but I swear I'm a better person after doing that. So let's do final touches. I need to add a calendar to my May bullet journal. Now I usually do it on like the second page here, but I did not measure when I painted, so I might need to put it on this side because I feel like it's gonna be blocking less and like as close to the edge as I can get it, so it's not covering up too many butterflies. These calendar stickers are a great way to cheat a little bit and make things just a little bit easier. I like to cover the days of the week because they start on Monday, and I cannot start on Monday for my calendars. It has to be Sunday. I attempted to use a different color for the days that are not in this month so that I still have the dates when I'm looking at my calendar, but I know it's not this month. Okay, then now I have our calendar. I'm gonna put the weekly plan on this side. Do I ever measure these out? Absolutely not. Week 1 is the week we're already in. It's fine. And we're gonna say that looks like maybe plenty of room. Week 2 was not indeed plenty of room. Week 3. Week 4. This is what I get for eyeballing things. It's close enough. It's fine. It's fine. Week 2. Week 3. Week 4. And I think that's pretty much all I need. Okay, there we have it. It's so bright and cheery. Love. Okay, let me take some pictures. This isn't the best lighting. I like to have pictures before I get in there with my pens and, you know, ruin everything. All right, somewhere I have a notebook where I wrote down my focus for May. That was graceful. Though I am quickly, remembering that May is very busy. So let me put these in order of what needs to get done first. Have to finish my blog. Finish my blogs. And I would like to get them posted this month. 2. Elisha books done. 3, I have a presentation for a conference that I'm doing online. It's due this month. And then I need to work on my first grade curriculum. And then I need to do a painting for husband, which was on my list last month and I didn't get done. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't finish it. And he was like, well, you know, it's not the most important thing in life. Like, I'd rather eat than have a painting. I was like, yeah, but I still wanted to do it. So hopefully we'll get that done. I'm already looking though, and like this month is going to be mass chaos. So if I don't get everything done, it's going to have to be okay. I'm going to put a line and just put like tasks underneath that. Things that need to get done that are not like as important but need to get done. Like, I need to accept my presentation because I'm speaking at the North Carolina Music Ed conference in November. So like that kind of stuff where it's like I need to do it but it's not super important. Then I'll put those on the week in addition to other things that I want to get done. So like I've been doing a particular arm workout every day, and so that's something I've been tracking. I track my emails that I'm gonna send. I'll just go through and add like a blue line for every email that I'm gonna send. So I usually do, it's been 2 to 3 lately, for them, 1 for y'all and 1 for the Bible class. So I'll just do like color coded, and I'll just do like blue, and then I just put like the topic of what the email is going to be for that week. That way I just have somewhere to plan it out. And then I will look at these things, and out of these things decide what progress I'm going to make depending on what's going on that week. And then the other page is for reflection, and I go through each of my goals and say like, okay, my first goal is this is the progress I made. And sometimes it's none. A lot of them have none for them, which is fine because they're not all things I need to do all the time. But it's just a way to keep me on track. So I do need to do that for April still, so maybe I'll do that today. I already showed you all my stuff in here, but let's open up the book journal because my reading journal is super fun, and I finished 2 books both yesterday actually. So I finished Onyx Storm again, and today's what? Yesterday was Cinco de Mayo, so 5-5. So good. I read them through all the way, all 3 of them. Left them for a month, was sad. Read them again, finished them, now I'm sad again. I have to say, the first time I read this one, I wasn't super into it. It's a lot less action-packed than the other ones. The second time I read it, I enjoyed it a lot more. And then the other book I just finished is this one that is very interesting, not super practical or actionable, but it goes through like 3 different kings of the Bible and kind of like compares them and stuff like that. So I will fill those in here. And put the update, and then I need to add a star rating later. Color with my monthly color. Every month has a color, and I have like a master habit tracker that I fill in every day, and so I fill in with the different colors, and then I also use the same colors here to just keep it consistent so I can easily see what I finished in each month. I already updated the book bingo. Oh, this is new. I just added this page. That was fun. It looks like they're in little frames. So hopefully I have 4 more really good books. Nothing to add here. And then, let's see, I don't think I showed you these. So did review pages for these 2 that I read in April. And I can't remember if I showed you this. I did a review for the dragon books. So here I did 5 pieces of paper that wrote the reviews underneath so I can flip through. And I did 5 because supposedly there's supposed to be 5 of them. Right now there's only 3, but I figured that way there's longevity. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here yet. Maybe a quote. I painted the dragons, and then I did like quotes from the book around. I thought that was fun. And then I'm going to add a map here because I thought that would be fun too. So that's the story. I went to the Traveling Pants book, so far so good. I have 2 minutes left on this memory card, and we've been stringing you along for a long time, and apologies for this super chaotic vlog. Hopefully going through the bullet journal kind of like closes that loop for you. But that's been life lately, so I'm gonna go eat some food and hopefully chill out. Maybe work. I don't know yet. We shall see. Have a great one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.